So this week, Benny the Butcher and Central Cee dropped some heat. Drake drops 3 surprise songs, and Yachty's been crashing out this week. Let's get into it.
Got the motherfucking weed at the house, nigga.
The STEM Society.
And the lighter, nigga, all fucked up. Shit. Yeah. Did it for the cause. This all for you. You gotta do your work with no applause. No GPS to find that money, it's gon' get you lost. Just something light to pay that cost. You wanna be a boss. Ain't no regards to how a nigga feel. To do this shit, I done missed plenty meals. A couple wounds, but let them heal. You think I stopped it, be for real. Shit was steep, but climb the hill. Only eat what I'ma kill. Love ain't got the...
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson. Episode 53. I got a loaded show for y'all this week. I do have some new releases. I do want to talk about what Drake has dropped, and I want to talk about Yachty's Crashing Out. So let's go ahead and get into it.
New releases.
So this week, Central Cee dropped a 2-pack. It's called Bolide Noir. If I fucked it up, my bad. But it was a 2-pack. This was some fire. I gotta tell you right now, this was some fire. The first song in the 2-pack was basically mostly in French, with an artist by the name of JRK19, but Cinch killed his verse on this. I was actually headed to Sutton Sons to get some fish and chips, and I ended up playing this song like 6 times while I was on the bus. People really don't understand. Central Cee's album is going to be one of the most important UK albums to drop this year. I think the crossover appeal between the UK and the US is going to be heavy on that album. And I think his album is going to start the boom of UK rap scene. That hence me being over here in the UK right now. I love the first song, which is Bolide Noir. I'm probably killing that name. It's okay. But that Cinch was in his bag. Like, again, Cinch has some different modes when he raps. And he got into a pocket where he just completely killed it. He had a line in there talking about it 6 hours to Paris, and he got there in 4, and how he was talking about driving like a madman all the way through there. I love that line. That's one of my favorite lines off the song. But he went crazy. I've been telling people right now to get hip to Central Cee. He's going to be one of those ones. Very important artist. Probably one of the best new artists that's been out this year. I've been following Central Cee since the album was called 23. Go back and listen to the album. It is fire. Look, man, Cinch, his cadence, his flow, the way he can switch it up on songs is great. He can rhyme. Again, for my American people, sometimes it's a bit of a gap because there are some slang terms that we don't understand. I'm in the UK and I still don't understand some of the slang terms. But I'm telling you right now, you have to go and listen to this 2-pack from Central Cee. The other song was called Billion Stream Freestyle. It was good. Didn't have as much replayability as the first song, but it was still good. It was Cinch still getting in his bag. He had a freestyle earlier this year that was like unbelievable. It was dropped on YouTube. I cannot remember his name. I'll put it up next to me, the name of the freestyle. Go to YouTube and watch that. I'll actually put it in the description. Central Cee is fire, bro. He was one of my best artists. He had one of my best albums, him and Dave, with Split Decision. I talk about their project on a regular basis. It was a 3-pack, and it was still one of the best projects that dropped in 2023. If you have not gotten hip to Central Cee yet, please go to your streaming services, go to Central Cee and listen to some of his music before, so you can be hip before he actually gets big. I'm telling you, his album, if it drops this year, it's going to be one of the biggest albums that's going to be out of the UK, and you do not want to be behind on this. So Benny the Butcher dropped Buffalo Butch. It was a 3-pack. I have been enjoying these Benny the Butcher side projects. I told you I love Summertime Butch. Buffalo Butch is even better. We finally got the Buffalo Freestyle with Benny the Butcher and Drake on this 3-pack. And it did not disappoint. Like, that song was rumored for a very long time, and people had heard it in passing, but they could never get it out. and it finally got out, and it didn't disappoint. Drake's verse is great. He floated on that song, but I gotta be honest, Benny the Butcher went crazy. He went nuts on that. Not to say he slid on Drake, because Drake was in a whole different pocket when he was playing when he was on this song, but Benny just went nuts. I think he was like, yo, I know I'm on a song with Drake. I got to write this shit out, and I got to make sure that everybody know I can hang with the best of them. And he did. I thought Benny's wordplay was a whole lot better than Drake's on that song. But what do you expect? It's Benny the Butcher. We also got a song with him and 38 Special and a song with Fab. Both of those songs were good. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not like the song with Fab. They don't go well together. They just don't. If I'm being real, the type of rapping that Fab does in 2024 ain't what he used to be. He still has it every now and again, and he can actually drop some gems in some of his lyrics every now and again, but I just can't get with Fabulous's flow. 38 Special is 38 Special. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. But overall, I'm glad I'm getting this type of music from Benny the Butcher instead of that watered down BS that he gave us on that Def Jam project, which Everybody Can't Go. I know a lot of people have that as one of their albums of the year. I can't fool with it. I think it's watered down. It's not Benny the Butcher. It's not this Benny the Butcher. This Benny the Butcher that's killing shit, that's getting in his pockets, that's trying to outright rappers, that's the Benny I want to hear. That Everybody Can't Go, man, it's so mainstream and so bland that I just can't deal with it, man. I can't. I'm a Benny fan, and I just want to hear. I like grimy. I like lyrical. I like Benny being able to keep up with other rappers that's either same tier or above him. I love that Benny the Butcher. So as long as I hope that we get more from him before the year's over with. Now, when I listened to it, it was on streaming services. From what I understand, I think they might have took it down because of the Drake verse. I purchased it before. I made sure I purchased that before they took it down. So I actually own it, and I still have that Buffalo freestyle with him and Drake. So if you can find it somewhere, please purchase it, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to find that verse, that Buffalo freestyle with Benny and Drake again. If you can find it, buy it, please. It is completely worth your time and your money.
Music news.
All right, not much in the news this week. We did get a Yachty Crashout. Yachty went on a bit of a rant about Karrahboo, and he also talked about what happened on his podcast with Mitch. Now, I'm not going to go over the stuff that happened with Mitch because I haven't seen the full episode. There are times when I want to see the full episode to get context. I don't want to go off of a clip, so I'm not going to talk about that. But the Karrahboo situation, I want to talk about that seriously. Now, initially, everything was cool when the breakup first happened. If you guys don't remember, Yachty came on Instagram and said, we have split ways with Karrah. As far as the concrete shit, I have nothing bad to say, nothing negative to say about Karrah. I wish her the best in her career. So that happened. Came up, he said this is amicable. He's going to let her do what she wants to do. Then, here in the past weekend, Yachty jumped on IG Live to get some things off his chest about the recent allegations of Karrahboo being bullied.
Nigga, all I ever did was help Karrah. Nigga, Karrah, if you want to tell this shit, tell the whole story. Go ahead, tell people how you verbally abuse people. Alright? Don't get on here and make it seem like niggas kicked you out. Like niggas kicked you out cause bullying you? Bro, go ahead, tell people how you talk to people. How you tell my security guy, oh, you homeless, oh, you work for me, oh, you ain't got no, you're poor, and we above you, and how you talk to people like they nothing. I've been letting you do this whole thing where you act like you like a princess, and you sweet, and you know, like, oh, you just such a good girl. Bro, stop the front, bro. Internally, we have withheld your actions since the beginning of me giving you this career. What are we talking about, bro? How can we even even talking about, bro? You don't even do nothing. What the fuck? Yo, bro, it's so crazy to me, bro, because I've given you a career. And time to time, you just disrespect me. I wrote every fucking verse you've done. You was watching tables. You was waiting. What are we talking about, nigga? It's your motherfucking life. You claim I was stealing money from you? Bro, stealing money from you how, nigga? Stealing money from you how, bro? You ain't made no money, bro. You $900,000 in a hole, and I got every fucking receipt, nigga. $900,000 in a hole.
So, yeah. It's a lot more. That clip is way longer. I think it's like about 5.5 minutes. But Yachty went in, and he was pissed off about the whole thing about Karrahboo saying that he was bullying her. Now, he also went a step further, and he actually leaked reference tracks on Twitter and kind of just showed people where he wrote her songs. He even said he wrote the on the radar freestyle and other songs. So he just went crazy. He went crazy he went in here just upset with everything. Now, what you guys may not know is Karrahboo actually started out as his assistant, and for some strange reason, out of nowhere, he made her a rapper. Which, when he says, I gave you your career, I mean, he's not lying. She was his assistant. Shout out to Wayno. I watched the video Wayno did where he was explaining a whole lot more. Go check out Wayno's channel. It's fire. But Wayno actually explained what was going on and where this whole thing, as far as Karrahboo, came from. So yeah, she started out as his assistant. Now, I haven't seen anything from Camo Draft or DC Trill after this rant, which is cool. But we have seen a video where Karrahboo was actually performing. She said, "You write this? Did you write this?" So it's a bit of a back and forth right now. She even posted something on her Instagram. I'll put it right here. I don't feel like Yachty was wrong. I feel like he had every right to go crazy about what's going on. One thing that we have to understand about the music industry, people don't appreciate shit. Even when you put them on, people don't appreciate nothing. And I feel like Yachty had every right to go off. Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, that's a woman and all this other stuff. But if everything he's saying is true about her talking down to people, her being $900,000 in the hole, all of these different things, him writing her raps and she's not being thankful for that or grateful for that, he got every right to get on live and go crazy. Some people feel like he went a little bit too far when he dropped the reference tracks, but I honestly feel like that was just being nice. Do you know how many rappers out here are not writing their own stuff? It's a ton of them. So with Yachty going crazy, or where everybody saying he's crashing out, I feel like he got every right to do it. People say there are some things that you're not supposed to say or do when it comes to exposing stuff, but it's not like he got personal. Everything that he was talking about was business oriented. It had everything to do with her career. It had everything to do with what was going on in her music stuff. He didn't get outside of that. He basically said, I made who you are. And if I'm being honest, he low-key kind of did. Now, the whole thing with Mitch, again, I don't have all the information about the whole Mitch thing, but it sounds like he kind of said the same thing to his homeboy. If that's the case, he might be wrong on that end. But as far as like him getting on IG Live and kind of telling people what's going on and how y'all are being disrespectful and saying you got bullied out the group, man, come on, bruh. He had every right to get on IG Live and defend himself. And that's how I looked at it. I looked at him defending himself by using facts, by using things that's there. It's not like he made this shit up. I don't feel like he made it. Yachty writes for everybody. Yachty writes for a lot of people y'all may not know about. And for him to feel disrespected, I feel like he had every right to put out all of that information, especially if she's coming at him sideways. So I don't know how much further this is going to go because, again, Karrahboo actually did she was performing in front of a small crowd and went in and said, yo, did you write this? I don't know where she's going to go after this. She might have a great career. She might not have a great career. But Yachty said it himself. He was willing to let everything go, let her find another writer and go on with her career. And hopefully she can. But I'm not finna sit up here and talk and say Yachty was wrong for crashing out. Or was it crashing out, or was he actually telling facts? Was he letting people know that he's not going to be disrespected? It's a lot of y'all faves that go out here and do the same thing. And it's like they're not going to be disrespected when they've given somebody something. Opportunities just don't come out of nowhere. And I feel like Yachty took a chance on her and she just blatantly disrespected him. It happens. She'd have done it on the social media. I don't know. That seems to be the norm these days. That seems to be what everybody wants to do. Especially people who get in the comments, especially people who give their Twitter essays about stuff that has nothing to do with anything. So yeah, I think the way people are looking at this as far as like Yachty crashing out, I look at him as defending himself and showing people what the real is. So hopefully we'll get to see how far this goes. I don't know if it goes any further than a back and forth on social media, but I'm not finna condemn Yachty for sitting here and defending himself, especially when it comes to somebody who he gave an opportunity to and they completely disrespected him. So Drake dropped 3 songs on Friday: No Face, Circadian Rhythm, and SOD, which is the solo version of Super Soul. He dropped all of these songs on his Finsta account, which is not necessarily as great as I thought it would be. I seen on Instagram where people were saying that Drake had dropped new music. So when I hear that, when I see that, my first thing is, oh, I'm gonna go to I gotta go to Tidal. I have Tidal. Didn't see anything. Then I go back on social media and it's just like, oh, no. His music is on his Finsta account, the Plot Twist account, if you guys don't know. So let me go over the songs first. No Face, fire. The SOD solo version, on the last episode, I actually went crazy and I said, yo, Yachty needs to be on there. I kind of want to retract my statement because that song sounds good too. Circadian Rhythm, not my favorite song. It's not bad, but it's just not my favorite song. Like, it was okay. I'm kind of sick of this. I'm over this. I'm glad he's dropping music still, but I didn't ask for Dark Lane demo tapes too. And this is what it sounds like with the 100 gig songs, with these 3 songs that are going to eventually go on streaming because that's what they do. This is really giving me the Dark Lane demo tapes 2 vibes, and I don't want that. I think I'm very critical about Drake because I'm a fan, and I feel like Drake can give us great, not good. These songs are good. They're good. I'm not going to take nothing away from that. But Drake, my expectations for Drake is great. We're past the beef. We're past the whole thing with him and Kendrick, even though No Face is really going at a lot of people who have been dissing him on other than Kendrick. And I think he also said he's going to reignite the beef with Kendrick on that song. I'm not going to get into the beef talk. But my expectation when Drake drops is here. Prime example, when he dropped Her Loss with 21 Savage, did I not feel important? The way they marketed, the promo, everything felt great. Like I was anticipating that album when I seen all of the stuff that they were doing. Here recently with these random, the 100 gig drop, which I love the footage. I thought the footage was dope. The songs were mediocre at best. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It just feels like Drake keeps dropping music just to be like, hey guys, like I still got it. You're the biggest artist in the world. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to continue to say it. You're the biggest artist in the world. You don't have to drop music like this anymore. your fans are your fans. They're here for a reason. They're not leaving your side. I think people still believe in Drake. I still believe in Drake. He's still one of my favorite artists, regardless of whatever happened between him and Kendrick. But I didn't ask for Dark Lane demo tapes 2, and I don't want Dark Lane demo tapes 2. We're past the point where him dropping these Lucy's or these random ass songs or these leaks. Man, we are past that. You have elevated to a height that nobody else can touch. I'm tired of it. I just want to get a great Drake album. I don't want any Dark Lane demo tape part 2. I don't. These songs should be, I don't want hard drive songs. Leave that for people who are your competitors or people who you're going against. I don't want hard drive songs. I want to hear original, good Drake shit. I will be honest with you though, and I know a lot of y'all might think I'm crazy when I say this, but he's going to put out album of the year next year. In 2025, we're going to get a different Drake. We're going to get a different one. And it's going to be dope. And maybe he's getting these out of the way because he's trying to clear things out so when he actually drops a real album, we can appreciate the real album more. I just want old Drake again. I want Drake. I want the old album mode Drake again. I want Drake that was putting out great rollouts, who was giving us good promotion and giving us great music. I think a lot of people are waiting for that Drake again, and that's what I want. I want old Drake. I'm tired of these Lucy's coming out. I don't give a fuck about all of these random ass hard drive songs anymore. Give us what we've been asking for. Give us an album that we can enjoy and we can call a classic, because now we're just to the point, man, where you're just trying really, really hard, and it's just getting ridiculous, man. Again, the 3 songs that he dropped, cool, but like the way you're dropping this stuff is like ridiculous and terrible, and I'm not fucking with it no more. I'm not giving him any more credit for dropping mediocre stuff. Go out, chill. Hopefully he has no more music. Hopefully he's gone through the hard drive. Go out, put together a great album, and drop it in 2025. Again, I feel like he is going to put out one of the best albums in 2025 because he's just that good. He's just that good. I just need the hard drive bullshit to get out of the way and give us what we want. So no more drops, Drake. If you're watching this, one, thank you. But please, get rid of stop the drops, the random drops. Who gives a fuck about the finsta account? Go out, make the album that I know you can make. Well, that's my time, guys. I got nothing else for you. Thank you for joining me for another episode of STEM Society. Make sure you guys subscribe to the BYK Media YouTube channel. Be a part of the society. Be a part of something that's special and growing every day. And don't forget to join the Patreon. Be a part of the Patreon, man. You get bonus content. The Hip Hop Survival Guide is over there. Any bonus content that ends up on YouTube, I put it on Patreon first. The tiers prices have changed. I wanted to make it more affordable, even though Apple's going crazy. I think it is way better to give to the people before I give to myself. So go check out the Patreon, look at the tiers, and I'm going to be putting out more content on there really soon. So with that being said, man, thank you guys for joining me for another episode of STEM Society. I'll catch you next episode. Peace out.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.